Episode 64 of the Well Connected Podcast. We are brought to you by 5 Iron Golf. 5 Iron is an indoor golf and entertainment experience located just off the Strip in Area 15. They're unlike any entertainment option in the city with golf simulators you rent by the half hour and brand new equipment you can use for free. But it's not just for those looking to play like the pros. 5 Iron's leagues are for everyone, first-timers, avid golfers, and everyone in between. So grab your squad and sign up at 5irongolf.com/leagues. Football season is back, and we got the best place for you to watch all the games at Tailgate Social inside the Palace Station. Las Vegas' most complete sports bar featuring value-friendly menu, mouth-watering eats, and oversized beer list with hard-to-find brews, domestic favorites, and more than 27 high-definition TVs. Win 2 tickets to every Raiders home game inside Allegiant Stadium. Come to Tailgate during any NFL or college football game this season and enter for a chance to win. Visit tailgatesociallv.com for more information. And we are live. Well Connected Podcast, episode 64 with Chris Moe and G Bills. I am your host, Chris Morahan, at ChrisMorahan_LV. And as always, my co-host and my guy, Gino DePietro, at G DePietro G. How you feeling?
Real good.
Football season is here.
Got one of our guys here.
We got
finally a Raiders guy.
We got one of our Raiders guys in town. The Marcus Allen helmet had to come out.
Yeah, that's right.
Running back for the Las Vegas Raiders, Mr. Jalen Richard. Welcome.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah,
we was been trying to get.
Yeah, we got it
set. Now I'm here.
Yes, and we're happy. We know that you guys, especially around this time of year, life is hectic, getting pulled in a million different directions. But the season's about to kick off. Las Vegas last year, no fans, really no energy. It was kind of, I would imagine there was a huge buildup. Like, okay, we're in this new stadium and we're hyped, we're good to go. We just came from Oakland and nothing. Can you talk about kind of like how that went down last year and the feeling of the team?
If you really look at it from a sports standpoint and you love football, it was a lot of good football going on. I mean, the offense could hear what the defense was doing. The defense could hear what the offense was doing. So it was a lot of like best man, who's going to win the rep type of play going on. But it was definitely different, man. It was a lot of trash talking and a lot of pads clapping. Sound like a like a mad scrimmage.
Yeah, it's funny because watching, we're big football fans. We both played the game too, at a much lower level. But it was funny, like you said, quarterback is yelling out, an audible or adjusting the line, and the linebacker right away says, "Hey, they're going this way, they're going that way." Then it was like a kind of a back and forth, right?
It showed too. I think statistically, and like as far as what points were put up, wasn't it like one of the highest scoring?
Yeah, it was a chess match for sure. So. Like I said, we knew what they were doing. They knew what we were going to do.
Who was the best man?
No tricks.
There was no tricks.
Right.
Were you overall just, kind of rounding out last year? I think we were both impressed, especially, you're on the offensive side of the ball. That's the only thing that you can really kind of control there. Mm-hmm. Were you guys, did you exceed your expectations last year? Guys came out like Waller, kind of, not out of nowhere, but exploded. Derek playing great. Josh and all these guys, did it all just kind of gel? Is that what the overall feel was for you?
Yeah. Things are getting better and better. The more you know your teammates, the easier it allows you to play. Honestly, it's because now you're playing for each other. Now you have a relationship. You're closer. That's your brother. So being on this team, these players staying, and we continue to grow with each other, it's allowed us to go out there and play a lot freely. We know we got a lot more to do. We felt we did really good, but we want to be better. We want to be the best. It's a difference between, Coach always talks about, it's a difference between good and great. And we know we left some yards out there. We know we left some points out there last year. And, our whole mindset during this camp was to, fix those mistakes and go from good to great.
Yeah, and it's all the little things, I would imagine, right?
All the little things. Coach has a complex offense, so, you got to be a student of the game. Again, I've stressed this all the time that when Coach Gruden came, it made me a smarter player, because you have to be able to play in this system. So offensively, we know what we have. We have the weapons, and this year it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. This
I don't think there's any doubt that offensively you guys have what it takes, right? I mean, you guys out-dueled the Chiefs once, almost took them twice, right? Yeah. So I mean, just having that in the back of your mind, like, okay, we beat these dudes. Yeah. They're in the Super Bowl 2 years in a row. Like, that's got to be confidence, right?
No, let's go from good to great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were there. We saw it. We saw what we were capable of, and had some lapses. It wasn't, it's a 3-element game, and we had our lapses too on offense. So we weren't perfect, and we're just stressing to try to get as close as we can.
You mentioned Coach Gruden, obviously super polarizing guy. For years, we watched him on TV, and I was a fan. I mean, I know you're a little bit younger, but like I was watching him when he was the coach of the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
And
the Raiders.
And the Raiders, yeah. Is he as advertised? You know, is he that guy? Is he the loud? He got all these funny different sayings. The players coach kind of guy. Is he that dude in real life?
Yeah, that's him. He's not putting on the front. That's him 24/7, 365. At 3 a.m. in the morning till late at night. That's
just
him,
crazy
man.
energy.
Yeah, man. But you feed off of that. I mean, like when you're able to come to a workplace and you know, at the end of the day, we're gonna get our work done. But you know that your boss is a funny guy, and you enjoy coming to work because you know he's gonna say something crazy and funny and have everybody laughing. And it's not always just work. You know, it keeps us engaged. And you know, keeps everybody smiling in the building. I mean, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he seems awesome. I mean, you know, for us as outsiders and fans looking in and no one I think I met him once or twice, and he was a funny guy actually when I met him. It just seems like he's the kind of guy that you want to go to war with because he's in there with you. He's older, but he's got that young energy. It's crazy, right?
It is.
You know, let's start from the beginning here. You were an undrafted in 2016. Talk about the mindset of, you know, going into draft day. Was there any expectations for you? Was it just kind of like, hey, whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, no, I thought I was going to get drafted. I guess I was on a couple people's boards. I knew the stats that I had, and I thought it was good enough to get me drafted. I think I finished with like 17 touchdowns. I can't remember the yards, but it was over 1,000. And then my senior year, I won 1,000 yards with somebody else as well, Edo Smith.
Yeah,
who was in the league as well. So we both ran for 1,000 together.
He played with Atlanta for a while.
Yeah. So, man, it was, you know, I was real mad that day a little bit. You know, my father-in-law and my dad had to kind of like tell me, you know, like everybody doesn't even get this chance, you know. So after the draft, my agents at the time called me. I had Tampa Bay and Raiders wanted me to come in for a mini camp trial. And I'm like, man, like I was supposed to get drafted. I didn't even get a priority free agent. Like when I came in, basically when I made the Raiders, I signed for $0. So I had to make the team.
Yeah.
And then get money. So even after I made the team, I was living in like the extended stay to get money in my pocket, like a couple checks in my pocket before I could even go put down like a deposit on the place or anything like that. So the first 4 weeks in my rookie year, I'm living extended stay next door. Smell like cigarettes and stuff. Yeah.
But isn't that crazy? Like when you talk about that, people think it's this glamorous lifestyle. And yeah, you know, if
some people it might be.
If you're Mac Jones coming out of college or one of these guys, but for the majority of people, that's the life, right? It's the grind.
It's the grind. So went into the Raiders. The Raiders had their camp before Tampa Bay, so I go to the Raiders. My dad and my father-in-law just told me, man, just go have fun. Again, everybody doesn't even get the opportunity to put that helmet on, even in a tryout. Right. You know what I mean? So just go there, have fun, man, and enjoy the moment and do your best. So that's what I went and did. I had a flight in and a flight out. I still keep that picture of the flight ticket because I never flew out. I ended up staying there 4 years. You know, I've been here 6 years, but 4 years in the Bay, so I never flew out.
And you talk about 6 years for a guy. You know, you've never been like the featured back, right? It's just never been like that. But you're the grinder. You're the guy that the team keeps around for years. You're on your 6th year now. Mm-hmm. What does that say about the organization and kind of like, does that make you feel good inside? Like, hey, these guys do think highly of me. Going on 6 years is a pretty big deal, especially in this league. And you went undrafted.
Yeah, and then 6 years on one team. I definitely feel very blessed that they think of me that much, and I don't take it for granted, and I go and work hard and do the things that I need to do. Bruce Irvin told me as a rookie, he was, I had a lot of cool OGs in the game when I came through. I played with the Donald Pins, the Seabass.
Oh, I love Donald
Pins. A beast.
We love him. He comes out. He used to come out and party.
I saw him a couple weeks ago.
Bruce.
He was with Marshawn Lynch
Khalil at the time. These guys were on the team. Michael Crabtree, my rookie year. So I always been an observer and somebody that like to pick the brains of people. So I'm like, man, why this? Yeah. Why that?
How important is that to have that older leadership, to kind of guide you?
Man, it's all the way, because that's why I'm where I'm at now. Bruce told me straight up. He was like, man, you cold, Jalen. He was like, long as you make plays in this league, you'll have a job. He was like, whatever your mode is for the team, it might change every year.
Special teams, whatever it is.
On what they need you to do. But as long as you make plays in that job that they have placed for you, you're going to have a job. So I was like, cool. So I was like, dang, okay. Rookie year was getting the ball a lot. Kind of slowed up a little bit. Started transitioning into that third down back.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
this is my role.
Why not try to be the best third down back in the league? Started watching old Kevin Falk, Darren Sproles.
That's my guy.
Gruden would set me up with some Darren Sproles, even Theo Riddick. Like I watched a lot of Theo. Like that's my dog. When Theo came, I was in his ear.
Yeah.
Like man, not used to, but he was still like that. You know what I'm saying? Like still to this day, like that. And I'm like, man, Theo.
I always thought when Theo Riddick got the ball back for years, he almost looked like a little Reggie Bush action.
Man,
all right. If that
that's
was
what I'm saying. I used to, man. I'm telling you, I used to watch all those boys. So, it's big to pick the brains of people, even beyond football, like in life. You know, like when you trying to do an expertise that they're in, you know. Is
it weird now? I mean, going into your 6th year, you got some young guys on the team. Are they kind of like doing that with you a little bit with life and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. And I open up to them. Sometimes they don't even got to ask. I just tell them like if we talking about something, I'll be like, look at it as like maybe like a little coaching point. Well, hey, look, youngin, like this how this go, or you need to do this in this situation, like, or you not sounding right. Like, nah, don't go about it this way. Go about it this way. So that keeps a lot of, you know, in any job there's stress, but definitely in our job. Like I said, it's a blessing being in 6 years because I've seen how many guys have left. In 6 years, that playoff team is only me and DC left.
Wow.
Me and DC left from that playoff team 5
2 out of 53.
That was his rookie year, right?
Yeah, that was my rookie year.
That was
and
your
DC's
rookie.
like, I think
second
second or third year.
He had some MVP clout that year, I think.
Nah, yeah. We went 12-4. You know, he got hurt.
You mentioned like staying in your lane, almost like a role, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you contribute that to like longevity in the league, right? So you were a third down back. Had you not focused on that and you were like, nah, I want to be a every down back. I want to focus on that. I want to do this. You think then maybe you might be out of the league right now, or you think it's
not necessarily, because that's what you play the game for, is to be the best running back. So you know what I'm saying? For me, it's like I take every offseason and I attack it as like I'm working to be the starter. I'm working to be the every down back. But I just kind of like got a sense of like humbleness and calmness and trying to work, you know, not trying to work, but being patient enough to where it'd be like, okay, whatever God got for me gonna be for me. So like, this is working right now. This is cool. Another door might open, and when that open, the opportunity will come, and I'll be ready for it. But in this third down role, why not try to be the best third down back I can be?
I mean, you're definitely,
they play forever.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just gonna say, you catch the shit out of a ball.
Yeah,
right.
They play forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
growing up, do you play other sports?
Yeah, I played a little basketball. I was good. I was just I could really shoot. It was just that when I would come to basketball practice, I would be coming from like track practice, so I was like always the fastest one on the court.
Too fast for the ball.
What? I used to run past my dribble.
I already know.
That happened. Every school had that guy.
I used to have to turn around and go get the ball. Like, dang, I didn't. So then they made me the 2, and I used to just run around and then catch and shoot. So.
Steph Curry's like running off screens all the way.
Most of my family played basketball, though. Me, my dad, and my grandfather really the only ones that did football. My other uncles and stuff all played basketball. My great aunt used to be the head women's basketball coach at San Jose State and Xavier.
Oh, so you got it in your blood, my man. Yeah. You grew up in Baton Rouge, right? Right outside Baton Rouge?
Well, so I was born in Baton Rouge at Earl K. Long Hospital, and then I moved from BR when I was like 5 to Alexandria, Louisiana, where my dad's from. So my mom's side of the family is BR. Dad is Alexandria, Louisiana.
Are they all still home right now? Is that for them, or is that like?
Yeah, they all there. Everybody's still back home. Everybody's in Louisiana. Like, we love it. Like, I love Louisiana, you know. Shout out to everybody in Louisiana. Hopefully everybody's doing well, you know, with the storm that just passed and everything. I know a couple of my family still don't have electricity and stuff, so hopefully everybody good.
And we're like a week in almost to that, right?
Yeah, they said it's going to be like 3 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't get it together down there with that kind of stuff. It just seems like every couple of years they get pounded with something, and it sucks.
It's just
the
you know, it's just that I don't know, man. It's just that warm water in the Gulf, man. It's just something that when them hurricanes and stuff and tropical storms come out of the, you know, that cold water,
Caribbean or whatever,
and they hit that warm water, it just boosts them like crazy, bro. And Louisiana is like wetland, so we don't have nothing to slow it down. No solid land. It's just freaking running. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's to me every time we see these storms, they have the newscasters out there like idiots. They're standing there. They can barely even.
They couldn't pay me that money to do that.
Yeah, right there.
They couldn't pay me.
Hey, Bill, this is Steve, and we're live, and they're like holding on to whatever they can hold on to. Like, get this motherfucker off the street.
Think about the tornado chases though. Like,
those guys are nuts.
It's again, like that's just not a job that I would ever be interested in. We talked a little bit off air. You are married, and you've been with your girl since college. Home life and being stable. You know, we know a lot of athletes that they fall off the rails because they're.
We do?
Yeah, right. Exactly. They just, and it's hard to blame them. But talk about having that stable life at home. You got girls. You know, I got girls. We were talking about that. Talk about having that kind of home life where you can get away, because football is a violent and it's time consuming and it's, like you said, you got to study, but having that nucleus at home.
Yeah. I just had to be reminded of that, conversation rule the nation. My dad used to tell me that. Like he used to tell me, it don't matter how you look, if you can talk, you can pull a girl on a 10-speed bike.
Oh, I know that.
But I feel like a lot of times when men get in relationships, sometimes it's just hard for us to talk. I know for me it was at first, like when I had certain issues and stuff, because for me, I just don't even want to sometimes just like get anything back. I want to kind of get what out, and I kind of like shy away from like, nah, I don't want to make you mad or anything like that. So and then like at times, like if we both mad, you being stubborn, but communication is key. As long as y'all talk about it, you lay it down like, babe, this is what I need, this is what I want, and she lays down, okay, this is what I need, this is what I want, and you just work at trying to like knock those things out, like weekly to weekly or day to day. Like don't try to think too far and too long in it. We coming up on 5 years, and shoot, I think we beat the statistic of usually 3 years or 4 years you're getting divorced
nowadays.
So I'm not no perfect guy, and no relationship is perfect, but I feel like just communicating the whole time makes things a lot easier, because now I know, okay, babe, like you like when I give you little gifts, or you like
I think every girl likes that.
Yeah. Or you like
the love language.
To make sure that the love language. She read the book, and I read some of the book too. So the love languages. Just make sure you know who you with and what they need, and try to fulfill those.
There's got to be just a crazy amount of trust, mostly on her end for you, right? Like you're on the road a lot.
A lot training.
Yeah. Do you train in Vegas or are you somewhere else?
No, I train. So I got a house in Mississippi in the off season. I just started training there, but before then I would train in like LA, I would train in Baltimore. Earlier in my career I was in Dago a lot, down on PB,
why wouldn't you
Beach.
be? That's the spot.
That's what he wants to live.
Eating at Restaurant 23.
That's the spot.
He loves it there.
Hey, that's
that
my
place.
spot too. So
it's an MJ spot, right?
So yeah,
it's just right on the water.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. It's that hotel that's up there. Yeah,
it's just building that trust, and she got to have the trust for me, and I got to do the things that allow her to trust me.
Right, of course.
So
goes both ways.
Good, like ease her mind.
That's cool. And you said you're doing the renewals, or like a 5-year.
Yeah, 5-year renewal, because we never had a wedding. So we went to the courtroom in San Francisco.
Even better.
Yeah, it was beautiful though. The courtroom in San Francisco is like looks like this old 1700s, like beautiful marble, marble everywhere. Oh, it's gorgeous. So we just went and got our paperwork there when we were in Cali. And 5 years up, so now we want to do like a party.
Do a proper one.
Yeah, it ain't even gonna be like a wedding. Like we literally just gonna get dressed up. We're gonna say our vows and then let's party.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you're home with her family, so that's kind of cool too.
No, definitely. They right there, and my family like a 6-hour drive away, so it's not far. And we're gonna have some friends flying and stuff. So yeah.
Do you as far as like your life back home, your old friends, and is it kind of tough to navigate who to kind of take care of? I have a lot of friends that made it pretty big, and the number one thing is like once that check comes, it's like people with their hands out. Does it get difficult because you can't say yes to everything and everybody? How does that work, and like does it affect you like on the field, like just getting all fucking destroyed mentally? Like I can't be the guy all the time.
Yeah, different guys got different characteristics when it comes to that. I know some guys they don't care, just completely not gonna say anything. Then you got some guys with a heart that's gonna sit there and it's gonna like you said, kind of mess with them a little bit, because again, I can't say yes to everybody. Like, oh, okay, this person asked me for this today, and then tomorrow it's somebody else, and I'm like, dang, I can't take care of everybody. So now you're like, okay, so who can I give it to and who can I say no to? And it does make it hard, man. It makes it real hard. That I used to do the thing of like, okay, somebody texts me, they need something, I wouldn't text them back for like a week and a half.
They still need it?
Because usually in a week and a half, 2 weeks, they figured it out.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
I look at it like, if I wasn't in the league, I'm somewhat of an easy scapegoat to an extent. You get what I'm saying? Like if I wasn't in the league and you didn't have me to ask for it, you would figure it out.
Right. What would you do if I wasn't here?
Yeah, what would you do? You know what I mean? And some people be in like certain situations. But the new thing I do now is just like, you know, I tell them like, you know, once I give them money, like, put it like this. I can respect somebody calling me and saying, Jay, look, I need some money. I don't know how I'm going to get it back to you. I don't know if I can, but I'm down bad. Versus, and I give it to them knowing that I'm probably never going to see it again. Versus somebody that'll call me and tell me they're going to give it back to me.
Empty promises.
Tell me when, and I never hear back from them. So now when people ask me for money that's, you know, not family, obviously some people I'll be like, bro, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? For family. But now I say like, okay, you've entered Jalen Richard Bank. And if you cannot return your funds,
right? Yeah,
you can never come back.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about you know, first generational wealth.
Yeah.
We were bringing that up. It kind of leads right into it. You know, who's there when you're a young kid and then you get your first real check, even the rookie deal for a lot of people. I'm sure for yourself too. That's a lot of money. Who, like, what is the process of like, who do I trust with my money, or who can I even go to for advice? Because generally speaking, the people around you and you grew up with didn't have that experience.
Yeah, it's really hard. Because when you're a first generational person with money in your family, you don't really nobody in your family has really made that money or know how to like invest it or know certain things what comes with all that cash. And
you don't have a blueprint for it.
Yeah, you don't have a blueprint, and then it makes it hard to find when you. Now I'm like, okay, I'm in this position. You know, I tell myself like, you know, the man upstairs wouldn't put me in the position if I couldn't handle it. But you battle with like, who can I trust to help me
navigate these waters?
You know what I mean? It's really hard. A lot of guys cling to their agents. Agents, you know, these agencies have like, you know, money people and everything like that. But it's still like, even outside of that, like when you talk about doing businesses and stuff on your own, to understand like, it's hard to trust somebody to be like, hey, they trying to put you on. Because I've met a lot of people that do that. You know, being a football player, I've realized that like some people think you're just a god.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, a lot of rich people, rich people, way richer than me.
There's the guy that catches the football.
Yeah, honestly, just way richer than me. And, you know, sometimes they trying to put you on or want to put you on. And it's easy just to say, yeah, but like, I barely know him. This is new to me. You know, it's all type of funny stuff going on in this world these days. So, you know, it's just hard to trust other people.
Does the Raiders or NFL kind of guide you? Do they give you any help? Financial stuff?
Yeah. So one cool thing they do though is I can background check anybody. I just send them to my security guy at the facility.
Oh, that's nice.
Be like, hey, check this background.
See if this guy's legit.
Yeah, it's definitely certain tools to do it. But again, you know, it's something that guys battle with because, you know, you want to do things with your money. You want to do this and that, but you want to
trust the right people.
You want to trust the right people. You don't want to get in the wrong stuff.
It just reminded me, on the top of my head, I read something about Clinton Portis the other day.
What happened?
About he like defrauded like the Gene Upshaw like medical thing, him and a bunch of former guys. And I'm thinking to myself like, people just get involved with the wrong people. It's so easy to fall sucker to things. And now the guy might fucking go to jail.
Especially at this level, because you thinking because they making this money or got this that it's all gravy.
Yeah.
And that's not the case all the time. It'd be like a werewolf in the granny.
Right.
Yeah, that's nuts. Do you ever, this is kind of off topic, but do you ever worry about, because I'm thinking about former players now, do you ever worry about the side effects of after football, like your long-term health? That's been kind of the forefront of a lot of things lately. You're a running back. You get the shit kicked out. Every time you touch the ball, you're essentially going to get hit, right?
I'm gonna give you my philosophy on this. And I've said this before.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll say this first. It was a point in time where I was forgetting a lot of stuff.
Ooh.
And I was like, dang, what's going on? Like, I'm walking in the rooms and like, you know, some people do that. You walk in the room and you forget why you're walking in there. But I was doing it. I was like, man, this is happening too often. And then, you know, I started getting cool and close with Amari Cooper at work. And then Coop put me on chess. And then I started doing chess. And it was working my mind. And then I felt like my memory was back. Like,
what?
I was good. Like, so my thing is this. In college, we are playing football, beating up our head, but we're also working our brain.
Yeah.
We're in school. You don't use it, you lose it. When we get here, we making all this money. I can go home after practice and play the game all day if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I could go just chill and do whatever.
Play Madden.
Not do anything to really continue
exercise your brain.
Exercise my brain. And I think that's Now I know that the trauma to the head thing is real, but that's my addition to that. Is that I think that's what makes it probably even worse.
I've never even heard anyone say that.
That's actually
in guys that
I've never heard it.
Because not too many guys who going to school right now. Who working?
right. No, I mean it's pretty accurate.
Watch Netflix.
You're just going to football practice, studying plays, coming home.
Yeah, who's reading? I only probably see like 2 guys in the facility that might be reading on something.
Probably Derek and John.
Right.
Only 2
you got
guys.
some avid readers, but like
I know
exercising the brain though. You don't use it, you lose it. So I think that's an addition to what's going on.
I've never even thought about that. And you graduated school, right? You graduated college?
Yeah, I got my psychology degree.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, obviously now it's kind of like whatever. But do you ever maybe consider doing something like that in the future with it? You're a young guy.
Yeah, I do. I think about going back sometimes. I've been thinking about a lot of different things because year 6, I'm like, okay, how much longer I'll play?
Yeah, but year 6, what are you, 27? Maybe?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, you got at least 6 years left, bro. If you want to, like you said, third down can play forever.
Yeah. So but talking to a lot of the OGs and stuff, and good friend of mine, Marquette King.
I know.
Is that the punter?
And opening up to me about his situation was just adamant about me, and start figuring out think about what you might want to do after football, because when it ends, it's like some of those guys that said they would give you a favor or this and that kind of fade away. Nobody's really there, so have some things lined up for you. So I've been thinking about some things.
Why the fuck did that guy leave the league anyway? He was like at the top of the game.
Was that the punter you're talking about?
I think
he was nasty.
I think he's still like 5th in history.
Yeah,
of the league.
And I'm good friends with actually Pat McAfee, the punter for the Colts. The guy was Pro Bowl and he retired.
Yeah,
and he's crushing it right
it's
now.
Not bad to go out on top. It's never bad to go out on top.
King was always weird though, and he's like
he has swag to him.
He's very active in Vegas. He's friends with a lot of people in Vegas. He knows a lot of people. He's active on social media and all that. Social media, obviously, a much different thing than when this guy Marcus Allen was playing the game. Do you pay attention? Do people pay attention? Is it something you just have to block out? Oh, Jalen dropped a pass. Guy sucks. Cut him. Oh, Jalen got a touchdown. He's the best. Start him. It's just that's how it is these days.
Yeah.
People coming for your job daily.
Fantasy football, all this stuff. How much do you guys even give a shit about that?
A lot of us don't.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff they really, really don't know what's going on in the building. A lot of times they be like, well, why was he throwing it over there? Well, that was the play.
Right.
Yeah, right. We drew it up that way.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but you got to block it out. As a young player, that's hard because now it's like
personal.
You get it a little bit in college, but most of those people that are saying that you might bump into them on college campus. You know what
the fuck's up?
Yeah. But in the league now, it's like shoot, it could be somebody from Switzerland.
Anyone could say anything.
Yeah. So you just got to keep your mental strong. Know that we not perfect. That snap and clear mentality. Like make a mistake, next play, move on. Try to make that play better. We'll get in on it on Monday or Tuesday, day after the game. Clear it up, go the next day.
Pros.
How often does like the trade rumors and bullshit stories that come out and you guys are just in the training facility like, what the fuck? Did you see that story? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's not even close to true.
We don't really talk about it too much because, in our business, you never know.
Yeah, anyone could go anytime.
You can see the Grim Reaper just walk down. Right. Who he finna grab? So,
Jesus.
We don't really talk about it too much. I mean, again, like, we kind of like separate that social media stuff from work, man.
You have to, right?
You got to, man.
What about
fantasy? Talk about that.
People checking their stats. People trying to get extra touchdowns.
I don't know too many people that really play the fantasy in the building. I know I don't.
Right.
I did like in college.
I saw Austin Eckler was like out there. Like he's not only does he play, but he's out there like, hey, you should draft me. Like I'm gonna be productive. Like if you're a team owner, you're gonna be happy if you have me. Type of shit.
That's dope. That's dope.
He's just hyping his brand, probably.
Yeah, I think I know a couple guys that do basketball though. I think 1 year I was in the league. A lot of guys teamed up and was playing the basketball one, but that's a lot though. They got like
it's every day.
Games.
It's every day.
Too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
But what I'm saying is, are people like? Do you think? I'm not saying maybe on the Raiders it happens, but do you think someone's like consumed? Like if I don't score, my fantasy owners aren't gonna whatever,
Maybe something crazy, but if they thinking like that, they ain't gonna be in the league
that's what I'm
much
saying.
Longer anyway. They worried about the wrong thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You touched on college and money. Kids now can get paid in school,
dope.
Right? What was your college? Talk about your college experience. You were a pro prospect, and I'm imagining you didn't have too much money like most normal college kids.
Sure.
How does that change the game now for these kids?
It's major. Those kids, like, you're in college, you got a scholarship, but you don't have a lot of money for a lot of extra things. Say like the calf closed early and now you ain't got no money to grab no food nowhere, or gas to get to where if you live off campus, and it's a lot of different things, like you said, of being a college athlete, so or a college person anyway, spending that little extra money. So having this is really gonna open up those kids to a lot. But I think it also opens up a lot for the colleges as well too.
Really? Like what?
Like, I don't know. Like, so what's gonna happen if a college gets the kid a deal? Do they get a percentage?
Probably.
Right.
So now what they turn into?
They're just your.
I can't imagine they would
now
do
that-
it.
They're your agent.
Now they turn into almost like agents in the marketing companies.
Yeah.
So now it opens up to more money. Now the guys will make a lot of money, but like, what would you do with $1 million and you 19 years
If I
old?
was
Forget
in
it.
college,
You know what I'm
Forget
saying?
it.
If you was college, we thought we was the stuff with just a
man.
E&J bottle.
Right.
Now they got Ace of Spades.
They got more money than all of us
Yeah.
in college now.
I can't imagine a college. This would have got passed if the colleges didn't somehow make money off.
No, yeah, and
know
it
what I'm
will. That's
saying?
why I was like, if they end up getting a kid a deal,
Yeah.
or
I think it's such a double-edged sword. I think that the best things in men, I think most things in most men's lives come out of bad situations, right? You grow up in a rough situation. You got to get the fuck out. You want to make it to the pros. You know, you had a bad breakup. You get that body, right? It's like always how it goes. Now you get here's $1 million, let's say.
Yeah, and not everyone is making
Right. But okay, let's even
That's
say
like the 1%ers, right?
But let's even say you get 30,000.
Yeah,
as
that's
a
it.
college kid.
Yo, in college,
What's your motivation at that point? You think, and now you have to have great people around you, right?
This too, I want to say.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I want to say it, but they probably they thinking it already. So me saying it is not going.
yeah.
It opens them up to being fined. The
How?
same way we get fined. They making money now. Why couldn't they fine them?
Right.
Why can't we?
Man.
If I'm a college, ain't no more. You missed class or something. Ain't no more just running on here. No, I need some cash.
2,500,
Right.
boom.
I need some cash.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
You overweight? I need some cash.
Right. Before it was like, you're suspended. You miss a day. Whatever. You can't play in the game. Oh, also, you owe me 20 grand.
Or you go,
you owe me 20
go
grand.
run. You know, there's
Break
like
curfews
it's like
or-
punish work, or you know what I'm saying. Now it ain't no punish work. It's fine. It's a fine.
Man, what fines and stuff like that? It seems like the sport I have an issue with. Like I said, you're a little bit younger than me, but you know the game and you play the game. I always have an issue with the NBA, the NFL, with the rules.
Yeah.
The rules seem to be, and I know it's geared towards safety and maybe higher scoring and more entertaining, but it takes away from the game. All these fines that go on, the chop blocks and the head to head and the targeting and all that kind of stuff. How do you guys navigate that year to year? And I know it's not necessarily you, but you're on the team, and you love the game. But how does that work with you guys? Like, okay, we got to change the entire way we play now because
I get frustrated sometimes because I'm a little old school with it. I'm like, man, can we just play football?
Right.
Like we all know what we signed up for, but it's allowing dudes to stay on the field more and allowing them to put money in their pockets to take care of their families. So it's some real safety rules. It helps with the injury rates. So
you ever been fined before?
have I ever been fined before? I don't think so.
You're a third down guy, maybe like a chop block on someone.
Oh no, I mean, you do like little fines, and you might do a little fine thing in your room for like certain little stuff. Like drop pass. You might when Marshawn came, he started that. He was like, you drop a pass, that's a dub.
Really?
Oh, really?
$20.
Like within each other.
Small shit. Yeah.
Within each other.
Not like
you know
team
what I'm saying?
fines though.
Yeah, not a team
like
fine.
player fine, like
But
just-
you have team fines. Like I think when I first came in the league, I remember I think Jack Del Rio fined some guys for being overweight.
He's wild.
Oh, that's a real thing.
I think it was like $700 overweight.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
What, $700 a pound?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's $700.
Yeah, it's no
a
joke.
pound. Yeah, I remember seeing it on the paper too. It was like $700.
NBA's
a
no
pound.
joke like that. Like Popovich, Spurs, they don't play around. If you're out of shape or in Miami, the Heat, Pat Riley doesn't
gonna
fuck around.
fine.
I mean, it makes sense. Your body is your tool for work. Your off-season training, how intense is it? You're obviously a real in shape dude. You've been in the league for 6 years. How much do you put into your nutrition, your workouts? Like, what is that day-to-day like for Jalen in the off-season?
A lot. This past off season, I was like, wake up in the morning. I got lower body at like 8. Get done with lower body, I'll run. Come back, relax, chill, and then like upper body at like 4. And then I was doing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, and then run again on Saturday.
Jesus Christ.
And that's normal, right?
Yeah, I was burning like 5,000 calories a day.
Holy shit.
You got to eat a ton, right?
Yeah, I was eating a ton, but I was really light.
What
But
do
it all worked out because, you know, I had a lot of wiggle room with me being, you know, getting hurt and stuff. So.
Yeah. You know, people, do you attribute your health? You know, what are you eating in the off season?
I was eating, man, I ain't gonna lie, this off season was the first time. So this spring, early spring, was the first time I kind of like really just threw money into like all the way into my nutrition. Like I had like a chef while I was training in LA. And I really saw my body change even more drastically than me just, you know, getting meal preps or, you know, coming in and cooking. Like I really had like a chef, like bringing everything fresh. So then when I got back to Memphis, you know, I met a chef down there, Chef Boy Memphis, and got with him, my trainer, Coach Minor Bones. He does the nutrition aspect of it too. So he you know, writes out what I need to eat. And we got with Chef Boy Memphis, and I was eating, the meat I was eating was like either slaughtered 2 days ago before I ate it or the day of. Like everything fresh. Like the salmon was a whole different color. I had never seen. The beef was a different color.
It's not that pink stuff in the store, right?
It was just so fresh. And man, my off season was like that, and then working with my Whoop watch, calculating everything. Man, it took my game to another level.
I mean, that's the future, right? Yeah. I mean, have you watched guys like Brady and Russell Wilson, how much money, and LeBron, how much money they spend on their body?
Nah, for real,
it works, right?
I talked to James Harrison. I met him. I actually out here in Vegas.
His fucking shit was crazy.
Yeah, I met him out here in Vegas. What was it? After my rookie year. And again, like I told you, I'm one of these guys to just chip at people's brains. So I'm sitting and talking to him. Hey, what's up? Man, you've been playing in the league for a long time, bro. What's the secret? He said, man,
acupuncture.
At that time, he was like, bro, I spend probably like $300,000 on my body a year. And I was like, dang, for real? That year I had only made $450. Probably after taxes, I saw like, and paying my agent, I probably only saw like 200 or like 190.
Right.
So I'm like, dang, I can't spend that. But what it made me think of was like, I can do more than what I was doing.
Right.
So ever since then, like, you know, get a new contract. Okay, now I can spend a little bit more on my body. And I've been seeing the benefits of it.
You mentioned James Harrison. Who's the most intimidating player you've played against defensively?
Intimidating?
Like, you get out there and you're just like, man.
I don't get intimidated by too many.
Yeah, that's a good fucking answer.
Good answer.
Don't fall into this guy's trap.
I want to see.
Don't fall into this guy's trap.
Well, who's the nastiest dude on defense that you're like, shit? You see him on tape, you're like, it's been talked about all week, and you get out there and you're like, that guy lives up to the hype. Aaron Donald or?
Yeah, you know, because I'm looking at the D-line, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to run around their ass.
Right, you're looking at linebackers more, right?
Yeah.
Well, who impresses you? Like, who do you play against where you're like, okay, if I catch this ball in the flat, it's going to be on. Yeah. You know, anybody out there?
He might just say nobody.
I like that.
That's the answer we both want to hear.
I honestly like it.
It's really not. I ain't, like I said, I ain't really intimidated by nobody. Like,
No, not intimidated. Let's say intimidating.
I got like some. I'm not screwed right. I'm not screwed right, bro. I got like some dog.
You go after
issues.
As you have to, right?
Yeah. I'm the third down back. I'm picking up dudes 250 on the blitz, like, and I'm 210 pounds. Right now.
I think impressed by maybe is the better word.
Oh yeah, impressed by.
Let's use that.
Okay. I like Fred Warner.
Motherfucker flies.
Yeah, he's nasty.
I like Fred Warner.
What about your division? What about
Khalil?
Oh yeah. What about Vaughn? Because
Vaughn is always dope. When they had Ward was dope too. TJ Ward was dope too.
That's another Vegas guy. A lot. I loved it, man. That's cool. I mean, I look at it like
Melvin.
Oh yeah,
Melvin. Yeah, Melvin's always.
He's in Pittsburgh now.
Yeah. He in Pitt now.
Him and TJ Watt together.
Jesus. If TJ stays.
My teammate Casey Hayward now.
Yeah.
Oh, he was with the Chargers.
A dog.
Yeah, he was a dog. And CJ Harris. Chris Harris.
Chris Harris.
Yeah, Chris. That's my frat brother too.
Is he still in the league?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
OG still in the league.
He was actually. I think
Chargers.
He was
last year. Maybe that's where he was last year. I don't know.
Okay. Denver, then the Chargers.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah, he's solid, man.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, but see, we ain't played them a lot.
Yeah, you don't
know
play
what I'm saying? I ain't played them a lot. I'm trying to think who else that I played. Oh, Derek Johnson. When we played him when he was in KC, he was a mofo.
Yeah, he's a
Played
problem.
with-
Yeah, he was a
I'm
problem.
trying to think what year that
He was a problem.
Probably a rookie year.
Probably early on in his
Yeah,
career.
2 years. Yeah, he actually came and played with us for like a little bit.
Oh, he did.
In the Raiders.
What happened?
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
flamed out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
what
so.
happens?
Yeah, I don't know what happened really. I can't even remember. But I want to say he played one game for us or a couple games.
That's pretty cool. It's funny how you, like you said, blink of an eye,
Guys
you could
are
get a
out.
guy on your team, one of your.
Gone.
I mean, getting rid of Khalil. Like I'm good friends.
That
with,
was crazy.
I'm good friends with Akeem Hicks. On the Bears.
Okay.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
And I took care of them a couple years ago in Vegas, and he's like, "Hey, I'm bringing the whole defense out, whatever." And I don't really get starstruck. Khalil came. That's an intimidating motherfucker when you first meet him.
Yeah.
He's just an impressive guy, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck did the Raiders just do getting rid of that guy, And that now, of course, we could use him. Now, you got someone you got someone on your team that made huge news, Carl Nassib, right? On defense, came out as the first openly gay player. How did you guys, and I know that he mentioned like, hey, I got all the support of my teammates, coaches, organization. How did you guys kind of rally around that? Because I would imagine you're probably over talking about it. Everyone might have asked about it. But how did that kind of, how did that dynamic work with the whole team?
I mean, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him. I mean, he come to work every day like everybody else. And he bleed and sweat like everybody else. Put his hand in the ground, grind like everybody else. And he a cool dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can sit there and talk to Carl. He very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? About anything outside of football. Like he a good person to have at work.
Yep.
Like if you wanted to somebody to, when you go to work, you don't have to also deal with your boss. You got to deal with your coworkers too. He the perfect coworker.
I think that everyone wanted to kind of mix him in that. What was the Michael? The guy, the fucking dude on the
dude
Dolphins.
came out, yeah.
And everyone kind of wanted to mix him with that just because he was gay. And I was thinking like, there's probably a lot of gay football players. There's gay men, period. And I'm happy that the team, and I'm happy he felt comfortable about that because on the football field, the guy's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, he dope. He definitely strong for doing that, living his truth. A lot of people not living their truth at all in anything. So to live your truth is, scary for a lot of folks. And for him to step out there and do that, that's major.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's major.
Before we get into your side businesses, which are
We
real
got
important.
to talk about the season, right?
Yeah, we got to talk
about Monday Night Football coming up.
Yeah, so, right, how hyped are you to just be out there? We know you're out for a couple weeks, but how hyped are you just to be out there in the stadium, feel the atmosphere, all this hard work for 2 years with you guys? What's kind of the feeling around the organization?
Man, it's going to be dope. We really can't wait, man. Again, all last year it was just kind of scrimmage like,
Bottled
man,
up.
not the flow. But now we really get to feel the Raider Nation back at home, man.
Yeah.
Like we've been missing it. We've been missing it really, really bad. So everyone's excited. We felt a little bit of it.
The preseason game
when we
was
did.
hype.
We had a preseason game, but also that little practice we did as well in the stadium.
Yeah.
When we had like a lot of crowd.
Yeah,
and,
I was there. Right?
Yeah, it was a dope little crowd. So, man, that got everybody excited. That got everybody blood flowing and everything. So we needed the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Everyone in the game wants the crowd, man. And, we're entertainers. We play for ourselves and we play to take care of our families, but we all a little egotistical when coming, like y'all cheering for us, you know what I'm saying? So we love that. We feed off of that, and a lot of guys can't wait.
You're looking at 2 season ticket holders right here.
Yeah,
So
y'all paid that PSC.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
I might
we support our local teams.
I might need to be one of those like Jalen. Hey, man, can you get me some?
Oh yeah, I need to get on the field, bro.
I got some money.
Yeah, no, it is. But unfortunately, with the vaccine stuff, and I know your stance on vaccinations, but with that stuff, it was announced that you have to be vaccinated now to go to the game. That literally took off probably 40% of the people that wanted to go, which is kind of sad, right? I mean, listen, if they're gonna talk about safety, that's one thing. But as a fan, it's sad to see that not a lot of people, or a large chunk of the people, can't go to the games.
Yeah, nah, it is sad. But that's what they had to do. That's the decision they made. They just trying to keep everybody safe. Especially with all this going on. So you do what we can. I hate it. Yeah,
how much
they gotta protect the assets. You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect everybody. Big business. Can't have no legal issues.
Above all of our fucking pay grades, so it doesn't matter.
How much is COVID talked about on a daily basis at the Raiders facility? Because look at like
test almost every other day.
Yeah, look at teams like Minnesota. Kirk Cousins isn't vaccinated, whatever. He could go out and be gone for 2 games, right? Like,
yeah, but he also $100 million dude, so he can do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some dudes got to make business decisions for their family.
Right, 100%.
That's what we say all the time. I necessarily didn't want to get vaccinated. I just kind of made a business decision for my family as well. I had to go to work or whatever. Right. Here, season 2 here in Las Vegas. Before, again, we'll get into your business in a sec, but to kind of wrap it up, what are you guys looking forward to the most? Is it the stadium? Is it that you guys you think you're so talented that you can compete this year at even a higher level? You talk about the team gelling together. Is that what you're most excited about? Hey, let's get out there and let's get some fucking wins and maybe get to the playoffs.
Yeah. The dope thing about this team that I'm on, and every team is different that I've been on, we excited just to play with each other.
Right.
With each other. Like, let's go out there. I'm going to do this, you do that. Like, even on defense, we excited to get wins, and we're going to do this, and we think we this and that, but we all so cool and tight and have enjoyed the grind over the time together and then got closer that, I feel like this team, we just ready to play with each other.
Yeah.
Like, we just ready to go out there and just, put on with your boys.
Put the ball out there and let's get it.
Yeah, put on with your boys.
Now, after the game, we know we just heard good friend of ours, Cody Tomboli, he's a sponsor of the podcast with Barcode Burger Bar, which you have your own wings there, by the way, right?
Yeah, the Spook Wings.
Let's go.
Yeah, Spook Wings.
What's the deal with the Spook
Hot
wings?
as fuck.
Are they hot?
Yeah, they hot. But you get flavor first, so it's really good. I probably can only eat 5 of them. I done slowed up. I'm from Louisiana.
We're going
I grew up
down
eating
there.
Spicy all the time. I done slowed up on the spicy food a little bit.
I seen grown men in tears.
They're that
grown
bad?
NFL,
Yeah.
I seen grown
shit.
NFL men in tears.
I gotta go down there and check them out.
But your new project with him is Sneaux-Balls, right?
Yeah.
Sneaux-Balls LV. Talk about that. I heard a little bit of shaved ice. We know nothing about that
No, I don't
culture
know
being from the
anything.
Northeast. So let us know about it.
Yeah, so a Sneaux-Ball is somewhat like shaved ice, but it's just shaved so fine that it's almost like fluffy like snow. So, it's kind of like a more melt in your mouth type of thing.
Like ice cream?
Not like ice cream.
So
it's still
different.
ice. Yeah, it's still ice. But it's not as you get shaved ice sometimes and
Yeah,
put your spoon to it and it's stuck. yeah, it's not going to be that. You'll be able to just scoop it right out. So
My
I
guy
was
likes
driving
Italian ice?
creamy. No, it's like
somewhat, but
Yeah.
Italian ice is more towards ice cream. This
Okay.
is still really like
Like
ice.
ice.
I gotta
you'll
try
really
it.
see
I don't know
We're gonna
nothing
have to
about
try
it.
You'll see it. So we got a machine, Snow Wizard. We bought from Snow Wizard. They the first ones to ever do it. Guy built it in 1936, so it's still the same machine.
Holy shit.
This is historic. Yeah, they got a big history, and then this is really big in Louisiana. So I was driving home one day from work. I'm like, man, I want a Sneaux-Ball. It's crazy hot outside. I look online. There's nowhere in Henderson or Vegas to buy a Sneaux-Ball. All they had was shaved ice. I'm like, man, I don't want that. I want a Sneaux-Ball. Hit up Cody with it. I was like, man, I wish they did have a Sneaux-Ball spot out here. And then we got to talking. He said, man, I'm gonna hit up one of my boys real quick. Called his boy, called me back. He was like, yeah, bro, we need to do this.
You seen it?
I mean? Yeah. So I was excited. This is kind of like my first baby. As far as business.
Yeah.
That I really been hands on with and helped with with everything me and Cody together. So no, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna start off with some decent flavors at first, probably 10, 15 flavors. Wedding cake, nectar.
He was telling me cheesecake, all this stuff.
Cheesecake,
Man.
all this. We can do so many different things with it, and we're gonna grow to that. But definitely excited, man.
And it's going to be, Cody was just here, and he was just telling us that it's right outside the stadium. So after the games, maybe you'll stop by. Depending on how you're feeling.
No, definitely did. Yeah, so we got a lot, tailgate lot across the street from the stadium by Terrible's, the Chevron right there. So it's gonna be dope, man.
People can come and see
the truck is half Sneaux-Ball, half Barcode Burger.
Oh, great.
Nice.
So
We used to have a burger there.
you
Do
can
we
get you
still
some
have a
Spook
burger?
Wings in, get you.
We used to have a
Sneaux-Ball.
well-connected burgerito, right?
We had a well-connected wrap was the burger of the month in
Yeah.
August. Cody is obviously it's sold out every day. I think.
They don't have it anymore. They don't have it anymore.
Well, we will get it back on, and we'll definitely visit. So thank you so much for coming by, man. Obviously, big season coming up.
appreciate
We're excited.
We're happy to have locals come by. If you can, just give a shout out right there to your Instagram right on that
Yeah.
camera right there, where people can follow you and kind of your journey.
Hey,
Out here.
man, Jalen Richard, Las Vegas Raiders running back, man. Follow me at spook _ SPOOQ_.
Good stuff,
on
man.
Instagram.
We appreciate you. Good luck this season. We'll see you out there getting Sneaux-Balls. We'll be there.
go.
Yeah. Y'all gotta come.
Hey,
get
we're
it.
coming through.
It's gonna be dope.
Thanks, bro.
You're listening to Well Connected with Chris Moe and G Bills, the #1 podcast in Las Vegas.
Bing, bing, bing. We are back.
Let's go.
Awesome interview. Jalen Richard.
It's nice to have a Raiders guy finally come on.
They're busy.
I
don't
know. Everyone's
blame them.
busy.
Yeah, everyone is busy. But
Everyone's
thanks for Jalen
busy.
for coming by. Thanks for Cody Tomboli for obviously linking us with him. He is he's our connection to a lot of players in Vegas.
how excited are you? Are you gonna? I'm gonna be in attendance Monday Night Football. Will you be there? Probably not. You have a bar now.
I'm honestly 50-50. I don't know yet if I'm going to go.
Okay.
I have a few people that want to buy the tickets, but I also think like
historical game.
And I have my daughter Audrey. Maybe just take her and like have this cool
cool memory,
cool thing, and take some pictures there and like be cool. Like Kate's got to be home with the baby, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me if I would sell the tickets, and my answer is no. Yeah. Not for the opening Monday Night Football game. No. And it's Lamar and the Ravens.
I know.
It's pretty sick.
I know. That is cool, but I might have to be at the bar. That might be.
No, I know. You have responsibilities here.
Yeah, I do.
How excited are you for just football in general this weekend?
Very excited. I think it almost feels like it's been 2 years.
It feels like fucking forever.
Doesn't that, we didn't even have the option to go to a game last year. So having the option is cool. And not only that, we live 10 minutes from the fucking stadium.
It's crazy.
People that have been to the Raiders games, the preseason game, and also just the Allegiant Stadium say that the experience is great. They say the stadium's cool. The parking situation is fucked, but we have parking passes.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because when you go out to Foxborough, you go to a Pats game, it's just a disaster.
It's an all-day affair.
It's just
8 hours.
2 hours out. To get out of the stadium, it takes 2 hours. So, I'm just hoping that situation isn't the same for Vegas. I can't imagine it is.
No, it's not.
You can just walk down the street and call an Uber. You know what I mean? Like it's not
the middle of nowhere.
No, yeah. So I'm excited for it. We talked a lot of football today, so we don't have to go crazy on that. And we got our picks coming up. I'm really excited about that. The Drake album dropped this week.
Okay.
Thoughts on it?
I like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that him and Kanye, I guess that's above my marketing level experience.
Dropped like the same week.
Dropping the same week or whatever. I like it. I mean, Drake is our version of Jay-Z, but like a little softer.
So, yeah, I was going to say, so Trae Young had a tweet and was like, when are we going to start saying he's better than Jay-Z?
Never.
So, yeah, so that's
never.
Your stance on that?
My stance is never. Jay-Z was a crack dealer in fucking Brooklyn, rapping about it. Drake is a Disney star from Toronto, rapping about it. It's just you're talking two different levels.
Now we're talking. Are we talking talent levels? We talking story? We talking, you know what I mean? Skill level.
Well, okay. Well, he's not a better rapper than Jay-Z.
I wouldn't say he is necessarily.
Not even close.
He's probably a more talented artist. He can sing. He can, you know what I mean?
He's more multifaceted. You could say that, but then so is a lot of people. I'd say The Weeknd's a better singer than Jay-Z.
Jamie Foxx is pretty talented. I think Chris Brown's pretty talented.
Correct, but we're talking if Drake wants to be a rapper. He's not
better than Jay-Z.
He's not better. I can give you a list of 30 guys he's not better than.
Really?
Yeah, he's not I don't think he's a rapper. I don't consider him a rapper. He's an entertainer. He's great at what he does. I actually love Drake's music.
Yes.
I always have. Every album I liked. Maybe that weird Nighttime one was kind of that whatever that was. But he's just not. I don't think of him as a rapper.
So you don't put him he's not even in your top 5, your Mount Rushmore of rappers?
He's not in my top 50.
Huh.
I don't think of him as a rapper.
Really?
I would consider Rakim a better rapper.
We're talking,
but that's a rapper.
Yeah.
Nas. I can go all the New York guys, all the LA guys. Who's a better rapper, Drake or Dr. Dre?
Yeah, no, it's really hard for me to put him in the same category as a Jay-Z and Nas.
He's not a rapper.
A Biggie, a Pac. It's just a Snoop even. Whatever. You know what I mean? They're so different.
He
is a rapper. I mean, those are hip hop songs, but I think his demographic is so much different. His music is so much different than anything we grew up listening to.
I mean, if that's this generation's rap, then we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because we listen to Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
That's rap.
Yeah.
I want Timbs and baggy jeans and backwards jerseys. I don't want the guy to be clean cut.
So you're not ready to put him...
I'm not ready to put him anywhere in rap. I mean, hip-hop, sure. Hip-hop is very broad.
Right.
There's many things that are hip-hop.
Okay, so let's just go hip-hop. You putting him ahead of a Lil Wayne,
no. Well, yeah, a Lil Wayne, yeah. He's on that level, sort of. But again, I don't think of him as the rapper. Drake, the entertainer, is amazing. He can
guy can go on Saturday Night Live. He can host a Grammys.
He's funny. He's talented, but he can
sing. I mean, the fact that he can sing is if you can sing and rap, it's pretty.
Put it this way: when I got into your car today, you drove me here. You were listening to Drake.
Yeah.
I personally would never listen to Drake with someone else in my car.
And let me tell you why I did. I got to be honest with you. I have not listened to that album straight through. I haven't, which is different for me with Drake. Drake album comes out, it's on the first night. Maybe I'm just too busy. I don't fucking know. But I haven't even, right now, basically my life is country music and Drake. That's pretty much what I've come down to if I'm going to listen to music right now.
That's the sign of you're getting old.
Yeah. I'm not as into that music anymore. But there's a few songs I can't really relate anymore.
That's another
There
thing.
also wasn't any. There's also I did listen to every song. I haven't listened to it straight through, but there was no club tracks on
I like the one that
which
you
is
had
tough
on.
for me. Yeah.
The girls like girls, whatever.
I like
That's
that
a
one
kind
too.
of good one.
But there was no club tracks.
And exactly.
And I want club tracks. I'm actually listening to some EDM these days. It's just easy.
So my favorite song from Drake was that "Baby, I Love Your
it's a great
Style,"
song.
right? That was when that came out. That was pretty bad. But that was like the best club song probably. Now he's also had some good ones actually. Not a stopwatch, shit don't ever stop.
Yeah,
that's not like rap.
Maybe I am getting old. I don't know. I'm listening to podcasts. The other day I got really excited about this pooper scooper I got that was like really nice, and I was like, this is dope.
The claw.
Yeah, it was like this fucking, it was like this metal one, and I was like, whatever. It ends up being not a very good pooper scooper, but
well, before you know it, you're going to bed. See, you're still in the
no kid life.
You're still that too actually.
Oh.
No kids.
I'm still in nightlife.
You still run nightlife. Yeah. The second it's weird, dude. Not that I'm above a reproach or anything, but like because I'm very much involved still. But like your life completely changes when you're not at the clubs all the time. You don't have to be that cool.
Yeah.
Like you still got to be cool. I don't got to be really cool.
I got to be up on Drake. I got to know stuff. I got to be able to DM my customers. Be like, oh yeah, I like that song too.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah,
it's so true. Yeah, you're right. You don't have to be cool anymore.
I don't got to be cool. I could throw on dad shoes, which are the New Balances, which I'm going to get from.
No, stop this. You can't become that guy.
I got excited.
Never become that guy.
I got excited to cut.
You never wear Crocs or anything like that.
No, my daughter has them and they look comfy. So I'm thinking
can wear Crocs, and you can wear Crocs if you're going to like the lake or the beach or something like that. But you can't be rocking Crocs around the house. All right. It is time for a segment that me and you started the day we started this show 2.5 years ago, and it really, really caught on year one because we would be in the office, we'd have a lot of camaraderie with the boys. I would lose, you would lose, I would win, you would win, and we would get shit one way or the other, right? We'd always eat shit for our picks.
Yes.
And last year we really didn't get to do this because COVID, we were out of the, there was a lot of variables on why it was sporadic, but we weren't consistent. Now, we will be doing this every single week. We will be tracking our picks. It'll be a thing. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Lock of the Week.
It's the Lock of the Week. Better get your picks in.
Better get your picks in, yeah.
It's the Lock of the Week. Oh. Get your money right.
All right.
That's your cousin, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Sammy. Shit's dope. He sent me like 15 of them, and we both heard that one. That's the one.
That's got to be it. That's the winner.
I don't know why I like it so much.
So every week we'll give 3 picks, and we will track our score officially. And obviously today we film on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
The lines could.
Yeah, it is tough filming on Wednesdays.
This is barring any major injuries or anything like that. But opening week, G, you go first.
So
Who you got?
opening week, obviously, this is tough, right? We have zero knowledge on pretty much any team at this point. No one plays in the preseason anymore.
Yep.
So we pretty much don't know anything. My stance is usually I go with if it's a close line, I'll take the better quarterback, and if it's a big line, there's a few things they don't know, right? Like it's probably going to be blowouts. There's a few games that can look like blowouts. So here we go.
What do you got? 3 picks.
Week 1, I'm taking the Seahawks on the road at the Colts -2. I like what happened with the Seahawks team last year defensively once Jamal got hurt. Is it 2.5?
The line's 2.5.
Is that on covers?
That's on 2.5.
I had 2 when I picked it.
Well,
I'll still
2.5.
take it. I'll take it. Okay. Covers is the official website, handicapping site of the Well Connected podcast.
It is. It's the only
I'll
fair
take
one.
2.5. That's fine.
Okay.
I like what happened with the Seahawks last year when Jamal Adams got healthy. Defense started to look good. They got Carlos Dunlap. And I am not fully sold just yet. Maybe a few weeks into the season on Carson Wentz and this new experiment with the Colts.
An injured Carson Wentz.
An injured Carson Wentz. It does look like he's going to play.
An injured Quentin Nelson.
I do love that team later on in the season. I don't think it's right now, and I'm going to take Russell Wilson over Carson Wentz.
-2.5. Lock it up.
I'm going to take the Panthers at home -5.5 against the Jets. The Panthers could be sneaky good this year. I think an offense that it has dynamic weapons. And I'm just betting against the fact that it's Zach Wilson in his first game, and I don't know how good the Jets are. It could get ugly.
They're not very good. Okay.
Last game is the Niners at Detroit. I believe the line was 7.5. I don't know if it still is, but it was 7.5 when I got it. I think this one could get ugly. I think the Lions are not a team that will be playing for anything other than maybe a number 1 pick at some point.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be good.
Okay.
I think that coach is more of a joke than a serious thing, and I don't like Jared Goff at all. I can't name one wide receiver on the Lions. Can you?
No.
That's a problem.
I know the tight end. That's it.
Well, you know
Hawkinson.
Swift in the backfield.
And I know
too, which
Swift
I like.
and Jamal Williams. Their backfield.
Jamal Williams doesn't even play there anymore.
What do you mean?
Jamal Williams is the backup. Oh, yeah, he is there. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
he
got him.
is.
Yeah. So they got 2 guys that we like.
And Hawkinson.
And
3.
Hawkinson.
And I don't like Jared Goff either. Okay, I honestly.
So that's what I'm good with.
Okay.
So I'm taking 3 favorites, but I like them. Yeah.
So you're a sucker.
Yeah.
Taking 3 favorites. I only have now. We don't talk about this before we do it. We even agreed. Like we used to do. Like, hey, I'll take this game. You take that
no,
game.
I don't want to do it like
now
that.
it's whatever
games we like.
So locks of the week. Chris Moe, number 1. Colts plus 2.5 at home against the Seahawks.
Jesus.
Colts with a great defense. A lot of energy is going to be in there. The Colts can run the ball. The Seahawks have a hard time stopping the run. That's Seahawks forever cannot stop the run. I think that their Colts are going to run all over them. I think Carson Wentz is good enough on some play action. And even if they don't win, I think they cover the 2.5.
Close.
The next one, Cardinals plus 3 at the Titans. Everyone's on the Titan train.
Yeah, they are.
Just got Julio, Derrick Henry, blah, 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 blah. I think the Cardinals are going to have probably the top 2 or 3 offenses in the league. I think they put that on display. Kyler is a problem for anybody. A healthy Kyler Murray going into this year is a big problem. He can still run. They've got running backs. They've got receivers. They've got everything you need. Cardinals plus 3. And the last one, my guys, the Bears plus 7.5 at the Rams.
Sunday Night Football.
Yep, the plus 7.5.
Just too much.
I think it's too much. I think that Justin Fields is talented enough to keep them in a
not
game.
playing.
I'm sorry, I meant Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
I think Andy Dalton's talented enough
Just to keep him around.
And I think that people are so down on him. And you got to remember,
Yeah.
Andy Dalton can throw the ball.
Everyone in the world is on the Rams.
He's been in a bad situation. I mean, going to Dallas without Dak, just kind of getting thrown into Dallas, like you can't expect much. Now he's had a full off season, pretty much as like the guy, right? He knows that Justin Fields is on his hip, kind of like maybe one
pressure.
somewhere down the road. So I think Andy Dalton is the guy that can at least cover 7.5.
7.5 is a ton of points.
It's on a big stage. I'm gonna take the underdog. I have 3 underdogs.
That's crazy. So you got 3 dogs. I got 3 favorites.
Yep. So
one
week
of us
one,
is fucked.
There's our locks of the week. There, I agreed.
All right. Guess what?
I feel confident.
I'm happy for it. It'll be fun, and
We can track it all year.
It'll be fun, yeah.
If we're trash, we're trash. Like,
Yeah.
there's really no hiding your
We'll
actual number.
And we'll get smoked by all of our boys.
Speaking of trash, Travis,
Trash or cash?
Trash or Cash, brought to you by Barcode Burger Bar. Are you looking for the best burger in town? It's at Barcode Burger Bar. The wings, burgers, and chicken sandwiches are all cash. One of our favorite spots to watch the VGK, Raiders, and all sporting events. And Barcode Burger Bar is located at 1590 East Flamingo Road. You can follow them on Instagram at Barcode Burgers. Gino, 3 topics. It's either trash or cash every week. We don't discuss. You go first. What do you got?
Number 1, you haven't played these yet, but I told you about these electronic craps tables. And let me tell you what this is. This isn't the
ones where the ball pops. Or the
not
dice.
those.
Okay.
This is a real table with real people and real dice being thrown. But all the betting is done electronically in front of you, and all you have is a rake guy that just rakes the dice to the player. Yes. Trash or cash.
Wait. Okay.
Okay, so we're playing craps. There's 6 of us, but each person is just at their spot with a little betting tablet. Yes.
Whoa. So you don't touch chips?
Nope.
Trash. Terrible. The part of the best, my favorite part about craps is literally saying, hey, and throw, I throw
Yeah.
my nice, I do a little
C&E.
flip. Yeah, I throw a stack to the dealer. If I have no chips to throw around,
Yeah.
that's not, no, that's not how it's supposed to be played.
Not even like a little less.
No excitement.
Like commotion.
No excitement.
Yeah.
There's
okay.
no excitement.
I'm going to go trash too. The part I love about craps is the commotion and the chaos and
Yeah.
hecticness about getting your bets out there. And sometimes you don't get them out in time, and the fucking rake guy gets pissed at you and is like, no, it's not out in time. It's late. Or like, throwing the C&E and just dumping the chips and they figure it out, right? You just kind of toss shit out there. It's too clean. It's too comfy. People were sitting down in their chairs, like putting bets in. No action. I'm going trash.
I can't believe that's even a thing. I didn't even know about that. I'm not in the casinos much lately, so I guess I'm kind of out of the loop.
Yeah.
All right, G. For me, first one, trash or cash. Mm-hmm. Every morning that I have my daughter Audrey, which is probably either 3 or 4 days a week, whatever, and she goes to school. You have to do the lunch routine. She looked at me today, and she loves her lunches that I give her. And she said, like, I think I want to buy lunch. Packed lunches as kids, trash or cash?
Cash. It was a big thing for me, I feel like.
Yeah.
And like, you get, and when she gets older, maybe like trading with your friends.
Right.
Like, you got this, I got that. And you look forward to what's getting put in there. Like, maybe you don't necessarily know everything. Like, she probably doesn't know everything you put in there.
Honestly, no. I think my fault is, and she loves it, but I give her the same thing all the time.
Okay. You got to mix it up, maybe.
Now I got to switch it up a little bit.
Did that hurt your feelings a
It
little
did.
bit?
I'm going to go cash, and I'm actually mad at her. I don't think she said it like in a bad way. She just said like, I want to try something else. And I'm like, wait a second, but you eat your lunch every day. You eat the whole thing. But I remember it was like a rite of passage bringing a brown paper bag. I mean, we did it way different. Yeah. I would have like a bologna and ham sandwich with like
very basic
with like
shit,
an apple and like maybe a bag of chips and like call it a day. Now it's exotic. I have chicken veggie meatballs for my daughter with like
ridiculous.
Like I pack a fork for her. I never got a fork.
No, you use your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something that I never do necessarily, but I've participated in them. It's Sunday Fun Day. The hashtag Sunday Fun Day. What are your thoughts on this? Is it trash or cash?
It's cash. It's the best day of the week. Now, I'm not involved in many Sunday Fun Days anymore, but there was a time in my life where I was the director of many Sunday Fun Days.
Okay.
And I think it's a fun thing. It's kind of like a joke. The older you get, the more pathetic it gets.
Yeah.
But the actual fun of it never stops.
But are you putting it on Instagram like, oh, Sunday Fun Day and like...
I haven't done it. I haven't done it, but I might soon.
Really? Just because?
Just because. I mean, it's listen, social media is supposed to be fun. Yeah. It's not supposed to be that serious. I know that.
Am I being a grouch?
Yes, you are. You're Gino the social assassin.
Yeah.
It's cash. Have yourself a good Sunday Fun Day for you. I know you're on a lake, maybe.
Yeah.
Having some high noons. You telling me that's not a Sunday Fun Day?
Shit, man. You might have sold me, Trav.
That's not a Sunday Fun Day?
I'm going to go cash.
I knew
Fuck
it.
yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it up big, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go even more obnoxious with the Sunday Fun Day shit. I'm going to like get fucking signs and shit.
Listen,
whatever.
Have your glasses with your high noons, taking your videos.
It's Sunday
Fun Day.
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm going
time.
cash. Good for everybody who does it.
Yep. You know, when you get in a relationship, there's these levels, right? Like first you're hooking up and then you're meeting families and then you're whatever. But one giant step that people make, and I'm not sure if it's trash or cash, is they get each other's names tattooed on each other.
Yeah.
Tattooing your significant other, trash or cash?
Are you married at this point?
No.
Yeah, it's trash. Unless you're married, there should be no ink being put on anyone's body. Let's just be real here, because you haven't made the real commitment, which is, I mean, this seems like a bullshit commitment. Like, go the full route and actually propose, and then you can go ahead and put their name on you. Otherwise,
but what if you both like, Aerosmith, and you get like me and Katie get like an Aerosmith tattoo? I'm just making it up.
You're a big Steven Tyler guy?
No, I'm not. Not anymore.
No, I like
but even like okay, take away from name tattoos.
Yeah.
What about getting like matching tattoos?
Matching tattoos is fine.
Can you show your tattoo to the thing? Look at this big Italian, like Italian flag. Look at that. Says DePietro on there.
I forget my last name.
In case, yeah.
It's a classic.
Is that your only tattoo?
Yeah, it's a classic East Coast.
It's
a classic East Coast
Get your
Italian.
name and flag.
Flag and the last name.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go cash.
Okay.
That is, to be honest, that's a bigger commitment than actual marriage, in my opinion, because that's actually on your body forever. You can kind of walk away from a marriage, not forever, but you'd have to go through some serious steps and probably pain to get it removed.
Yeah.
So I think that's the ultimate commitment.
Yeah.
You know, half the people that get married get divorced. Yeah. But the people that get tattoos on themselves, and you're actually marking yourself, it's like marking yourself with the beast.
Right.
It's like, and then you have to look at
You can always change it.
Well, cover it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's kind of
marriage
half-assing
is
it.
for real. Like, you'd have to go.
Speaking of that,
divorce.
I think we've had this conversation before, but I had the conversation with Katie about wedding watches.
Mm-hmm.
Did we ever have the conversation
What's
before?
a wedding watch?
Well, the wedding watch has always been my
Instead
idea.
of a ring?
Yeah. Instead, I don't wear rings. I've never worn a ring.
Yeah.
Did you before you were married?
No, I never. And then this has only come off once in my life.
Right. So I prefer to wear watches. So I said, what if I got a really nice watch with my name, your name, our date on it, where it's like I'm proud to always wear it. Not that I wouldn't be proud to wear a wedding ring. It's just not comfortable for me. And she looked at me like how you would expect most women to react and say, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Because I didn't think of it like this. She said the ring is not for us.
It's a symbol.
It's a sign for other people.
Yeah. Stay
And I'm
the
like, well,
fuck away.
can I do this?
So they stay the fuck away.
Get away from me. I'm married, and here's my
Stop
wedding
it.
watch.
Yeah.
Don't come near me, hoes.
No, I'm more of a traditional guy on this. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you got to go with rings.
All right. Well, I'll stick with rings, I guess.
A lot of fantasy drafts have been happening these next couple days here. We have ours tonight. And then you go to work, and then you get approached by this guy. It's the, hey, check out my lineup guy.
Oh.
It's a trash or cash.
That is trash. That might be the biggest trash one. Hey, look at my lineup. What do you think? They're all the fucking same.
Yeah.
Right? Who do you have? Oh, you got Diggs.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, you got.
Oh, yeah, I really like what you did there in the third round.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. Keep your fantasy teams, or people like, here's my roster. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
No, God,
Oh,
it's
if you
terrible.
put it on social media?
I've seen that.
Oh, yeah, I see that a lot.
Like,
Shout out to any of those guys doing that.
Like,
you
I'm
gotta
supposed to
fucking find better time.
I'm supposed to break down your fantasy football team. No, trash.
Yeah.
It's something fun for you and your boys. No one, I promise you, not one person outside of your 10
Nobody
or 12
cares.
guys gives a
Nobody cares.
You couldn't care less about it.
I gotta be honest, and I'm going trash on this, but like the theme of nobody cares, it really applies to almost everything in life.
Correct.
Nobody cares about your problems.
No.
Your issues, your fantasy team.
Let it out, G.
It's just
Let it
like
out.
This is one of my. It could be what grinds my gears, but it's not. But like, you just have to understand and have some sort of self-awareness here that nobody gives a fuck about what your fantasy team is like, unless I'm like family with you or like really close.
Or
friends.
most of the things in your life, to be completely honest.
Like, you should have like the right amount of people in your life that you can go to talk about these things.
Every once in a while, I make this mistake. It happens once a year. You saw it last year. We actually had a podcast where I did it, but I went full shave. I made a mistake, buzzing my beard, and I had to go full shave. I look like a baby. I look like an idiot. Going full shave, G, for men. Trash or cash?
It's trash, and it's always a mistake. It always was you were shaving and you made a slight wrong move, and like the beard line is just a little off, and you're like, fuck, I got to shake that off.
When's the last time you started fresh?
I haven't seen my fucking chin since I was a sophomore in high school.
What if I gave you $2,500?
Nah, I wouldn't do it. Not worth it.
$5,000.
Not worth it.
Are
Nope.
you kidding me?
Not worth
It's
it.
going to grow back in 2 weeks.
Not worth it. I like having a little stubble.
Travis, can you grow a beard, Trav? By the way, everybody, this is our producer, Travis Flesher, a.k.a. the Flesher Pressure.
This is a.k.a. the Flesher Pressure. This is as much beard as I
That's
can
as much
grow.
as you do it?
It's like right here and then a little bit right
Do you want to grow a beard?
Oh, absolutely. Why do
So-
you think I'm wearing it? I'm
so-
like trying to push it up, you know?
Do you want to know the secret?
What's the
You have
secret?
to shave every day.
I do
the
shave
more
every
you
day.
shave, the more it
I have a huge neck beard. I shave every day.
Really?
I have to line it up right here. But yeah, no. I trim it down.
Neck beards are absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna go trash as well. I'm gonna try for the rest of my life not to go full shave. It's always a mistake. I never. I don't know. I just don't enjoy myself barefaced. I feel weird. I feel
so young.
It's weird, right? When I did it, it looked very strange. So I'll go trash as well.
right.
That's it, guys. Thank you for joining us on the podcast. Thank you for Jalen Richard for coming on. Thank you for listening, and please follow us, Well Connected Podcast, on YouTube. Also follow our Instagram at the Well Connected IG. I am your host, Chris Moe. My co-host, Gina DePietro. Good luck, Raiders.
Good
See you
luck
next
to
week.
the Raiders.
Bye.